I don't think I've been living lately. I think I've just been moving. Waking up, doing what I'm supposed to do, getting through the day, and then doing it all over again without really questioning it. And the strange part is, nothing is technically wrong. Everything looks fine from the outside. You're productive, you're consistent, you're handling your responsibilities. But if someone asked you what you actually felt today, not what you did, but what stayed with you, you'd probably have to think about it for a second. And even then, there might not be much to say. It's not sadness. It's not burnout in the dramatic sense people talk about. It's just this quiet, neutral state where everything blends together. Days don't feel different from each other anymore. A random Tuesday in March feels exactly like a Tuesday in October. The details change, but the feeling doesn't. And after a while, you stop expecting it to. A little while ago, I had one of those nights that wasn't supposed to mean anything. No big plans, no intention of it becoming memorable. Just going out for a bit, telling yourself you won't stay long, that you'll be responsible, that you'll get enough sleep. And somehow those are always the nights that stretch. 1 hour becomes 3, one place turns into another, and suddenly you're somewhere you didn't plan to be, with people you didn't expect to meet, having conversations that feel a little more real than usual. And then there's always that moment where everything slows down. You step outside, the noise fades, the air feels different, and for a second you're just there. No rush, no distraction, no need to be anywhere else. Just present. And it makes you realize how rare that feeling has become. Because most of the time, you're not fully in your life. You're slightly removed from it. You're thinking about what's next, replaying something that already happened, or half paying attention while your mind is somewhere else. You're there, but not completely. And it's subtle enough that you don't notice it at first. It just becomes normal. At some point, life stops having structure. There are no clear chapters anymore, no built-in resets. When you're younger, everything feels like it has a beginning and an end. There's a rhythm to it. New environments, new people, new phases. You can feel time moving because something is always changing. But eventually, that disappears. There are no more natural transitions. Life becomes continuous, and without realizing it, everything starts to blur together. So you build a routine, because that's what makes sense. It gives your days shape, it keeps things stable, it helps you stay on track. You wake up, you check your phone, you go through your work, maybe you go to the gym, maybe you unwind for a bit, and then you sleep. It's consistent, it's manageable, and it works. From the outside, it looks like you have your life together. But somewhere inside that routine, something starts to fade. Not in a way that's obvious, not in a way that alarms you. It's just a slow shift. You stop noticing small things. You stop feeling moments as deeply. Everything becomes efficient, structured, predictable. And predictability, over time, creates distance. It's like there's a thin layer between you and everything you experience. You're still living your life, but you're also watching it happen. You're aware of what you're doing, but you're not fully inside it. And the more you get used to that, the harder it becomes to break out of it. I used to think that feeling alive had to be something big, something exciting, something cinematic. Traveling somewhere new, doing something spontaneous, creating moments that feel like they belong in a movie. And those things can feel incredible, but they're not what life is made of most of the time. They're temporary. And if that's your definition of feeling alive, then most of your life will feel like it's missing something. Because the truth is, feeling alive is usually much quieter than that. It's not always exciting. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it's often a little inconvenient. It's that moment where you say something honest instead of something safe. Where you choose to stay in a conversation that actually matters instead of keeping things surface level. It's walking a little slower because you're not in a rush to get to the next thing. It's paying attention without trying to document it or turn it into something else. It's being fully in a moment without stepping outside of it to analyze it. And I think the reason those moments feel so different is because they don't have that layer of distance. There's no filter, no separation. You're not observing yourself. You're just there. But there's also a reason we don't stay in that state very often. Because being fully present isn't just about feeling the good things more deeply. It means feeling everything more deeply. It means letting things affect you, letting people matter, letting experiences stay with you. And that kind of openness comes with risk. If you let yourself fully enjoy something, you also have to accept that it will end. If you let yourself care about someone, you have to accept that things might not work out. If you allow yourself to feel deeply, you have to be okay with the fact that not every feeling will be a good one. So instead, we do what feels safer. We create a version of life that's controlled and predictable. We build routines that keep things steady. We avoid situations that might disrupt that balance. We learn how to stay in that middle space where nothing is too intense. And that's where Fine lives. Fine is comfortable. Fine is stable. Fine doesn't require much from you. But Fine also doesn't make you feel anything strongly. It keeps everything at a distance. And the problem with Fine is that it doesn't push you to question anything. It just keeps you there. Lately, I've been trying to notice that. Not fix it all at once. Not force some huge change, but just become aware of it. The moments where I choose comfort without thinking. The moments where I hold back instead of leaning in. The moments where I stay in routine even when something else feels more real. And I've been making small changes. Nothing dramatic. Just saying yes a little more often. Staying a little longer. Letting things be slightly uncomfortable instead of immediately pulling back. Most of the time, nothing major happens. But every once in a while, there's a shift. A moment where I realize I'm actually present. Not thinking ahead, not replaying something, not distracted. Just there. And those moments are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. They don't feel loud or dramatic. They're quiet, but they feel real. There was one morning recently where everything just slowed down. The sky was changing in that gradual way that you only notice if you're not in a rush. The world felt quieter than usual, like it hadn't fully started yet. And for once, I wasn't trying to get anywhere. I wasn't checking my phone, I wasn't thinking about what I needed to do next. I was just sitting there, watching it happen. And it didn't feel like anything big, but it felt real in a way that most moments don't. I don't think you can force that feeling. The second you try to chase it or recreate it, it turns into something else. It becomes something you're trying to perform instead of something you're actually experiencing. But I do think you can create space for it. You can choose a little more openness, a little more presence, a little less control. You can allow your life to have moments where you're not rushing, not optimizing, not trying to turn everything into something productive or meaningful. You can just be there. I'm still figuring it out. Most days still feel routine. Most days still pass the same way. But there's a difference now. I notice when I'm not fully there. I notice when I'm choosing distance instead of presence. And sometimes I catch it early enough to change it, even in a small way. And maybe that's what this is really about. Not completely changing your life overnight, not chasing some constant feeling of being alive, but slowly learning how to show up for the life you already have. Letting yourself be in it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's uncertain, even when it doesn't feel perfect. Because maybe being alive isn't something you achieve. Maybe it's something you allow. And maybe, for now, just allowing it a little more often is enough.